Hi babies, hi. I hope this video finds you well, my little darlings. This is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. It is also timeless, so whenever you find it, it is the right time. I will never reach out to you for personal readings because I'm not doing them, and I would not do that anyway, so please report those people. Use your own discernment and intuition, please, and thank you. Let's get into it. So, already I'm getting that there's like this energetic projection of it's two things, honestly, and the only way that it can be a projection and affect you is because there's still like a part of you. So past people, past people that like used you. They don't want me to talk about this, huh? How funny. People that have used you, hurt you, anything of that sort. They're like trying to get you to like miss them or think about them or, question like where you are now, that type of bullshit. And so then, it's kind of got you questioning like, oh, like it gets you in your feels and almost like maybe you have dreams about these people or like they come up and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, why? And, so you have like these thoughts of like going back to maybe an old habit, like chasing unrequited love or proving yourself to a friend, that type of thing, just how you used to do, but you've changed that. And so now that's coming up again, this low self-worth workings that's coming up to be released. Yeah, we got Justice and Eight of Swords in reverse. So you can finally free yourself from this mental prison, from this, you're living your life in this stuck way. It's an old habit from a wounding like your mother or father, something. It's time to release yourself from that and be free, however that looks. And the only way that you could be affected by any of these energetic projections, people trying to come back into your life, be on your mind, whatever. And if that even resonates, because it could just be you needing to self-reflect. The reason these things are coming up is you need to self-reflect on, you're coming up to it's coming up to self-reflect and just finally like let it go and understand like, okay, this was coming from this, blah, 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 whatever. I want to dig a little deeper into why this stuff is coming up or, what is coming up so we can finally release it, let it go. And whatever emotions come up with this, like, these thoughts, these people, whatever it is, feel the shit out of it. Like, feel it. And, if you have to get mad to release it and be like, yo, I'm done. This isn't part of me. I don't want to play into this anymore. And also it could be a little bit of like unconscious fear of you're changing into this different person. So there's also that like your ego is trying to cling to this old part of you. I'm also getting like there might be new routines or just like you're moving different now, and there might be some resistance to that, or you're like, oh, this isn't good because I used to do this, like I used to go to the gym every day, or I used to do, whatever it is. There might be like some guilt or frustration around it. It's meant to be this way now because you're a different person. You don't need to do that. Or if like maybe you're meant to take a break or whatever, like obviously use your own discernment, but I'm getting like, say if you were like, oh yeah, I used to do this every day and I felt so healthy and all of that. But there was also like, you were in a completely different vibration. You were operating completely differently. You didn't have all this old, you weren't aware and didn't release all this stuff. So you were like moving differently. And so like in this new timeline that you're in where you released all these things, you have new routines, you have new habits. Yeah, and we have the star that came out. So, you're moving differently because, and you're like, oh, like, why am I not doing this anymore? Like, maybe there's something better that you're missing. And in this star card, her hand is like abnormally large. Like she just looks misproportioned or disproportioned or something like that. That gives me the energy of like those fever dreams you have, like when you're like really sick. So like, whatever's happening right now, whatever routines are in place or you're like struggling with or whatever, it's all part of this healing. Just as a fever is horribly uncomfortable, to say the least, it's doing its job. It's getting rid of the virus. So just in these uncomfortable situations, these uncomfortable dreams, things popping up, and you're like, ugh, why? And then, all these emotions that are attached to these thoughts or thinking, or maybe even like guilt around like, oh, I haven't been doing this, like I quit doing that. Like you're in like this crazy healing process. Like, it's like your spirit has a fever right now. You're changing. You're getting rid of all the old yucky stuff that doesn't need to be there. The foreign bugs, whatever it is, that's not part of you anymore. It's like you're going through this like spiritual fever. We have the Knight of Cups here in reverse with the Seven of Wands in reverse. So that to me is telling me whatever like crazy ass illusions, feelings, like I'm just seeing that as someone like super emotional. Let that shit come up so you can just finally release it, and like don't fight it off and try to fend off these like let it flow through you so you can finally release it, and like consciously like try to catch yourself and be like, okay, this is happening to me, this is happening within me right now. And we have the Seven of Cups that try to come out in reverse also. Like it's not just like you're on some bullshit or it's somebody else's, whatever it is, this projection, it's not a projection exactly. Like this is stuff that needs to be felt so you can finally let it go and move into this new version of yourself. Can't make this up. We got the Five of Cups. That's like grief, sorrow, all this shit. Like, still know that, like, and that you have good things in your life, but these, whatever's coming up needs to be felt so you can finally be like, yo, I'm sick of this shit. You know what? I'm gonna release it. I'm gonna feel it and I'm gonna release it. With the Death card in reverse, like, yeah, that's holding on to things. That's not letting it die off, not letting it decompose and go. Like, what is there some like emperor somewhere, some leader somewhere that they like embalmed and they have like on display, and he's been like dead for like ever. I don't even remember how long I did. What is it? I don't know if I can find it. King? I don't know if he was a king, what he was. Damn it, I can't find it, but it's some dude, I don't know, hopefully someone in the comments can let me know because I can't find it, but I just wanted to like share the information, but damn it. But anywho, let it go. You know, it's like that, you're like, you know, throwing wax and like having to make new parts for this thing that has been dead for so long. It's begging. I have 444 on my clock. It's begging to be let go. And there's this subconscious, you know, you may have logically been like, yeah, that's not me anymore. But there's this subconscious, unconscious operation still running. There's this part of this program. It's like, you know, you have a program on your computer. Yeah, you don't use it anymore, but it's still on the computer. You didn't delete it. And it's time to like delete it, you know, put it on a USB port and, or whatever those little things are, and like let it go. Like put it somewhere. Just like it's not running on this thing anymore now. And you may not even have to dig too deep on why you have this. It more just might have to be of a feeling of like this frustration or like whatever is coming up, or, you know, like say you have a dream about like a way you used to be, or you have a thought on like the way you used to be, and you catch yourself and like, you're like, yo, that's not me anymore. What the hell is that? Feel whatever comes up with that and be like, yeah, fuck that, that's not me, and just like see it leaving your essence. And, you know, if you have to do it several times until you don't feel this like frustration, anger, or like that it's still lingering, keep doing that until it's gone. You may not even have to dig deep into why you have that, unless like you feel called to do so. But I'm more just feeling it. So we have the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. I'm also getting that like some of you might have this like taught, learned, obviously, you know, it comes from somewhere, learned like it's genuinely not part of you, but you operate this of being superficial or needing to chase the next best thing. So like I'm trying to word this. It's like not operating from the heart with this King of Pentacles, and operating out of like, okay, what's gonna look the best, even though like this has never felt right to you in your core. This is how you were taught, because you know, whether it was friends, family, you know, past lives, whatever, that's how it needed to be. Oh, I need to have the best this, I need to have the best that, when at your core that's not, you know, yeah, you can have everything you want, but there's this like drive of how is it gonna look, how am I gonna be perceived, that type of thing. Or even it could just be like being with somebody because it looks a certain way, this person looks a certain way with you, and that helps you, and some, you know, that type of thing. Maybe your parents are like that, you know, whatever, it's like a taught thing that's not part of you, but that operation still runs within you. You try to consciously not be that way, but that operation is still running within you. So that might need to be looked at. And that's led to dissatisfied connections. And honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, like, you've probably met or are going to like meet like this person that's like meant for you, you know, your divine counterpart with this Lover card here. And the Nine of Cups in reverse, it's like you had some like smugness or judgments or something of the sort around this person, or because you were so used to chasing unrequited love that it just gave you the ick, like, and you're like, well, this person isn't what I'm used to, like, they're not my type, whatever. Or like, you know, if you are like dating this divine counterpart or whatever, this person that's meant for you, or you're with them, whatever, you like question all the time because they're so different and they don't look a certain way, they don't move a certain way, because it's not this taught superficial thing. It's not this taught, you know, they're not meeting these the way they it's supposed to look, like you were, you know, your mom taught you, or your dad taught you, or whoever, how to move. And so then you're passing up and looking dissatisfied at these amazing connections, or, you know, maybe you didn't even give this person a chance, or like you're constantly nitpicking this person, or like, man, is this person trying to fuck me over, like whatever it is, because it's not, there's still that unconscious like background program running that needs to be looked at. Quite honestly, I get like, you might have to do like a couple like rituals like for yourself, like write it down on a piece of paper and burn it, like, you know, whatever helps like you genuinely feeling and believing that this can leave you, and feeling that lightness of it not being within you anymore. You know, this is gonna sound interesting, but like maybe this person, like say if you are with your divine counterpart, or like, you know, this person, for one, you'll find out if they're the real deal, if you like say like, hey, can you like pray with me to get rid of this, like I'm just finally wanting to release this, or, you know, they do the little burn ritual with you or whatever. If they're down, then, you know, that's your person. Like that, I'm just definitely getting, it's like you may even have like passed up or like overlooked someone that's like the perfect match for you, because it, on the surface with that King of Pentacles, it didn't look right, or you know, had this like expectation that it was supposed to, you know, they were supposed to look a certain way, or whatever. And so I mean, and then with this, I don't mean to like go be searching around for your exes or whatever. Like, I'm not saying that. If you know, you'll know that who this person is to you. But there's part of you that needs to release this and be open. Like, if you've met people or dated, you know, whatever, and you're in a connection and there's just this constantly questioning of like, are you gonna fuck me over? Like, I don't want to be back there again. Like, whatever it is. Or, you know, you're like, well, they're like this, like, I don't know, like maybe they have like a criminal past, or, you know, they grew up a little differently than you and have like different rituals, or, you know, they've changed your life in some way where your routines were shifted. It might be for the best. So like be open to that. Like I'm just getting there's some like rigidity because you don't want to get hurt again, but also there's that unconscious, materialistic, superficial, shallow program that's running, and it's not part of you, but it needs to be released. It was taught with that Page of Pentacles. It was handed down from your family, and like that could be like a familial curse, a generational curse, you know, that was placed upon your family, so they would never find their true love, their true satisfaction, you know, happiness with whatever. You know, you don't have to have the house, the car, whatever to be genuinely content. And so there's that constant generational curse running through at causing you to pass up these dope ass people, things, whatever, the connections that are meant for you. Or it may not even be pass up, but maybe sabotage, or, you know, not be full all the way in because you're like, what are you gonna do, fuck me over? Like, you know, that type of thing. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, because like ultimately that curse or whatever that was placed on you was meant to make you feel isolated your entire life, even in connection. And that is your own doing, because nothing can affect you. No curse, nothing, no magic, projections, words, whatever can affect you if it's healed within you. So there's this self-sabotage that you're also agreeing to that needs to be looked at. It was meant to make you feel isolated, even in connection, sad, alone, you know, whatever. And that's also that lack mindset, you know, keeping your money small, keeping your abundance small. Yeah, and we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like keeping you stuck and thinking that you're seeing things clearly, like that you're, you know, also I'm getting with this Four Cups in reverse, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Whatever happened to you was meant to show you that that wasn't for you. Like, imagine now looking back, if you stayed with this person, or you stayed with those routines and didn't change anything, whatever it was, you would still be living the same cycle. So whatever shifted right now, that's meant to happen. This is part of that spiritual fever, you know, it's getting all the yucky stuff out. It's uncomfortable, things are shifting, you know, you have a different routine when you're sick. You can't do the same shit. It's all part of that. Like, your spirit is cooking out all of the yucky stuff, and you're being shown why this shit didn't work. But also I'm just getting like, now that you've released enough, there's like new love coming into your life, or you already met this person, whatever, and just trying to catch yourself when you're feeling this, like, I'm also getting, it's like, because you've done such hard work and you're in this higher vibration, low vibe people aren't going to be able to come towards you. They aren't going to have the balls, for one, to come at you. And you will know if people are allowed to come towards you. Your ancestors and your spirit team and Most High are protecting the shit out of you. These people that are coming around, for one, you'll know if they're good. You know, you'll be interested, you'll be attracted. Two, you know, these goons that, you know, there's just some people that you're like, they break past, like, because they're just so, like, ridiculous, they'll break past, like, spiritual barriers or whatever. You'll know what kind of time they're on, and there'll be no question. But I'm getting, like, there might be a little confusion of, like, and curiosity with certain people. Those certain people are good if they're able to come towards you and talk to you and be around you and stuff like that. They're on your level. I'm gonna get, I did see the world card that popped out. I didn't see it anymore, but that world card is trying to pop out. I'm gonna get a little advice card for some self-care, and then I'm gonna close it. So when I was shuffling this deck earlier, this popped out, ground yourself. So that's telling me when you get into this activated, triggered state with, you know, this new person, or, you know, old stuff is coming up, ground yourself so you can give this back to the universe. Give it back to Mother Earth, whatever you're feeling. Feel that stuff. And just feel like, whatever feeling I'm having, I give it back to you, universe, Most High, the earth, whatever, wherever it needs to go, just dump it out of those roots within you. Spend time with, damn, the dance card came out earlier when I was shuffling that card too. So the deck's like, bitch, I said what I said. So the dance card, move your body. There might be like stuck, like these aches and, you know, stiffness in your body is you holding on to these things, like these, you know, these old programs. That's where they're like hiding in your body. So you need to move your body and then ground yourself to just finally like move that stuff out, like get it out of your system. And we have spend time with friends. This could be like, you know, having some, you know, a trusted person, whoever that is, like pray on you, or just like get your mind off some shit. Like, I do get that just getting out of like your head and like not focusing on the matter, or like, is this person good for you, good for me, is this thing good for me, what, blah, 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 you know, questioning all of these things, just getting out of your head and being present and like, I don't know, watching some damn TV or something, or just like taking a nap, whatever whatever needs to happen. That's gonna help you get more clarity and get out of that. Like, you're gonna burn yourself out if you're gonna keep questioning, oh, is this thing good for me, whatever it is. Just go, like, move your body, ground yourself, and go do something fun, you know, hear somebody else's story or whatever it is, and you're gonna get this like clarity out of it when you pull your head out of like trying to figure something out, like, oh, is this good for me, blah blah blah, whatever. All right, babies, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Love you. Bye.